Hey guys, it's your boy MKS here, back here with part three of our plans to bring together and support people from these what I call the four and Latin American island places. So hopefully you checked out parts one and two. If not, please do check them out. Hope you'll enjoy them. Hopefully I won't waffle too much. So I love to support startups and S.M.E.s and people to start their own projects and things like that, and like encourage people from Africa and Asia and places like all possible Asian and African nations and that sort of thing. So, here goes. As I say, hope everyone's well, and as ever, please let me know what you think. Hopefully, it won't be too cringeworthy. So, yeah. So, carrying on with my list, number 21. Hopefully, as I say, to recap some of my goals. I'd love to bring together people from what I call the four to work together as much as possible, especially in August, my birth month. Hopefully that'll be like a positive month to bring people together, and also like from Latin America and the island as well, and hopefully to empower each other and support each other. Excuse me, support each other's startups and SMEs, and help each other to grow their businesses and take risks and that sort of thing. Number 22, again, hopefully they'll inspire and motivate and encourage each other, and in the future be a lot better off because of it. As I say, I'd love to, for people from Africa and Asia, or all possible African and Asian nations, and Aborigines, Maoris, Native Americans, people from Ireland, and Latin Americans to be encouraged just from like historical successes like inventors, startups and SMEs, like to be encouraged from those people and success stories to start up their own projects. I think the key to getting ahead is to start. If they can take that risk and start their own projects, even if they fail, like learn from those failures. As I said before, like I would love to invest in startups from all over Africa and Asia as much as possible, and again Native Americans and Aborigines, Maoris, people from Ireland, Latin America, and hopefully, as they help them to take that risk and learn from mistakes, and give them the positivity and confidence and encouragement to get started, and hopefully they can learn from. If they fail, they can start again with another project. To hopefully, eventually, if they keep going, hopefully they'll eventually succeed. Number 23. I'd love to support the 10% poorest people in all possible countries, but again, especially in these groups I've talked about. And I think by working together, they could really achieve a lot, and hopefully look at what they have in common, like being colonized by European countries and things like that, and that sort of thing. Number 24, I'd love to support specifically countries like Iraq, but again, Iraq, India, Vietnam, places like that, but all possible countries within Asia and Africa generally as well. So not, I suppose, almost all countries in Africa, and I'm sure similarly for Asia, were colonized at some point. With Latin America, I know they were sort of the colonizers, but they still, I think, because of the discrimination they face in America, I'd love to support like Hispanics and Latinos and people like that. Again, like Ireland was another country that was colonized, so I'd love to support them. But yeah, so countries that were colonized, and also look at how to make more democracy in Africa, across Africa and Asia, and what ideas they can learn from each other, and what African and Asian nations can learn from other countries, like what works and what hasn't worked historically for different countries, and what they can learn from Britain, America, and around the world. For instance, what are the best forms of government and things like that. 25, I'd love African and Asian nations to host like republic events to bring republics together, and support startups from republics. I'm a bit biased because I prefer republics, because the citizens are not forced to pay tax for one particular family. Not sure if that makes sense. Hopefully it does, as I often say. But I know some people say that when you have a president, they can be just as expensive or even more expensive than royalty. But I think the cheapest form of government would be best, and to try and save the taxpayer the most amount of money possible. Number 26, I'd love it if people of colour could donate our taxes back to our ancestral homeland. I think that would be really cool. It could be a way of reparations as well, which I think would be a good thing. I think it's a bit strange, like Zimbabwe are giving reparations to the white farmers who arguably took over the land in scrupulous ways, and yet black people around the world haven't been reparated for all the bad things that have happened to them, whereas other groups like even Native Americans and especially Jewish people and other groups have been reparated, whereas black or dark-skinned people haven't been reparated, which I think is a bit unfair. So hopefully, like taxes or something like that could be, or maybe even banks investing in people of color could be like a form of reparations. So as ever, I'd love to hear what you think about that and other ideas. 27, I'd love to have a list of the top supporters of startups, SMEs, and things like what companies invest in startups and SMEs, what banks invest in them, and things and that sort of thing. And again, like sharing ideas of what are the best ways to support startups and in Africa and Asia and SMEs and all that sort of thing, and also maybe African nations and Native American communities and Aboriginal and Maori communities, as well as working together, could also have award ceremonies to honour and acknowledge those people who have supported their communities the most. I'd love it to be part of my legacy to support these groups, and like being a bit morbid, I'd love to leave in my will a quarter of my money for each of these groups. Like I might not have much money, but whatever's left of it or whatever I have, I'd love to leave to a quarter to Africa, a quarter to Asia, Native Americans and Aborigines. And number 28, so hopefully they can make the negative situation, like the fact they were colonized, for instance, and turn it from a negative to a positive. So look at the fact that they have that in common ground, so hopefully that will help them to work together. And also Central Africa, I've talked about, just to repeat this point, so please forgive me for repeating any points, but hopefully if I plan it enough and repeat enough, hopefully it'll eventually work, but like affirming it, reaffirming it. But I'd love to see Central Africa become united and work together and hopefully be an example for the rest of Africa, but also symbolically be a central point to unite all of Africa together, and also Central Asia to unite all of Asia. So Central Asian nations, or possibly annually a different nation in Central Asia, could host events to bring together people from across Asia to work together and support each other as much as possible. Excuse me. And I'd love Egypt, as apparently Egypt is part in Asia and part in Africa, to be a portal to unite Asia and Africa together, and transcontinental countries generally. I'd love them to be excuse me, bridges between different continents. Like Egypt apparently is transcontinental, so I'd love to see them be a bridge between Africa and Asia. And if there's a transcontinental country within the Americas, like between South and North America, they could be a bridge between North and South America to network together as well and trade with each other. Excuse me, sorry. 29, again, hopefully, especially on my birthday, hopefully next week on the 29th, as it's my birthday, hopefully people will support my dreams and goals. Hopefully I'll also use my birthday to work on my plans, and also as I say, next Saturday is my birthday on the 29th, and hopefully as many people as possible will support my channel for that, and also the projects I wish to support, most importantly. And number 30, hopefully this wasn't too cringeworthy. As I say, I just, it's a bit late and I haven't really planned it as much, and I was probably a bit tired when I made it again, but I thought it would be good to finish it today so I can work on something else tomorrow. But yeah, I was thinking of whether to do writing or do this video. Maybe I should have done a bit of writing instead, but anyway, I decided to make the video instead. So as ever, I'd love to know what you think, and peace out.